Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Odin slash King Thor slash Allfather Wave Avenging Allies Machine Man. Whew, one of those really long titles. Thank you, Marvel Legends. So, yes, I'm kicking off my little Allfather Wave series of reviews today. Kind of going in a little bit of a random order with this wave. I tend to do like a save the best for last kind of thing, but I think this wave is really kind of solid. It's like I like pretty much all the figures in the wave, and I don't have like one or two, like one super duper standout or like one that's really awful. So I picked Machine Man first because I'm not familiar with this character at all, and so I figured I'd kind of just grabbed him and said, I don't really know him. I'll go for it. So, yeah. I mean, first glance, he's a really cool figure. I mean, the paint is really nice. It's this, purple, like, metallic paint. So he catches your eye. He's got some cool accessories that I'll show you. But before jumping in, I just will show you the box. And it's the same as, the rest of our Marvel Legends these days. You have Marvel Legends Infinite Series. He's part of, he's one of those groupings that's Avenging Allies. He's not cool enough for his own box. So on one side you have Sentry, who is the other Avenging Ally, and one side you have Machine Man. And on the back you can see both of them are on there. You have these heroes fight to find their origins and discover their true identities. Kind of a generic, little thing. You have Marvel's Machine Man and Marvel's Sentry written up there. You got the rest of the wave, which I will get to coming up shortly. And then it shows you which pieces come with which, and does show you the alternate kind of pieces there. So, straightforward as usual, and as you could have seen if you took a glance, this particular figure comes with the arms, and since it is Machine Man or Sentry, like either one, they do each come with a little bit of a different look. So Machine Man comes with the arms for King Thor. So he's got this like metal arm, I guess. I'm not sure if it's like a robot arm or it's just armor. I don't really know the story behind King Thor or anything, but it is pretty cool. Mine will be converting into Ares arms. So we get on to the figure. Yes, hello Machine Man. So I just noticed on the back, not on the back, on the side of the package, how you have the little shot of Machine Man here. Looks like a pretty good rendition of him, though I don't know if I'm seeing things, but at first glance here, it looks like this was kind of, his lenses are kind of part of glasses, and like he should have like a line going across. I could be totally wrong, it just looks kind of how the art looks to me, but yeah, but otherwise, yeah, no, he looks really, really cool. So, bring this in and you can see the face. So yeah, he doesn't, if he's supposed to have some sort of glasses line, he doesn't, he just seems to have kind of red lenses that float in his eyeballs, which is kind of weird, but yeah, because my light's a little bright here. Let me back this up just a touch. It still looks bright to me, so there we go. But good detail. The face like mask is all sculpted around. You got This is all sculpted around the edge here, and across here you have the silver bar is sculpted. He's got little like pieces where the ears are. Looks pretty cool. He's just kind of got like an angry looking face. And then the rest of it is straight up Bucky Cat mold. No sculpting whatsoever on the body except the belt, which is its own separate piece. And you can see that it kind of moves up and down here. It's not like you can't, like, it doesn't snap off or anything. If you wanted to remove it, you'd have to either cut it or pull apart the body. Like, they must have put it on that way. But whatever. I don't know why, unless you were customizing. I mean, you're pulling it apart anyway. But, yeah, that's just, little gray plastic. And then the rest is just straight up Bucky Cap, purple, metallic purple, or... Well, I guess this is cast in this purple. So this is, I guess the same kind of plastic that Ironmonger and some of the Iron Man figures have been using, like Spider-Man 2099. This kind of like is it pearlized? I guess that's what the word I'm looking for. Kind of like a pearlized finished plastic. So I guess it's not even painted in that regard then. It's just cast in this swirly purple plastic. It looks kind of a blue purple on my screen right now, but in person it's a very like nice violet purple. It's really nice. I really like it. And the silver parts are painted on. Looks pretty clean. He's got some bands on the arms. He's got the design around the neck. And then he's got these like sleeve lines around his shoulders and back. Oops. And boot cuffs that are also silver. Not sculpted, just painted silver lines. So yeah, so I mean, you know, he looks pretty solid overall because he's just, again, straight up Bucky Cap, sculpted in this purple plastic, so there wasn't really much for them to screw up. They threw on a belt and painted some silver lines, and then gave him a brand new head, which is really nice. He does have, oh, I'm sorry, I went through that whole thing and didn't show you the accessories first like I usually do, but I will show you now because they're pretty darn cool. So what I gather from this character is, I kind of looked into him a little bit a while ago, but I don't really remember, is he, I guess, is a machine man, and has, like, these bendy, extendable limbs, and they can bend and stuff, and so with the figure, you get these swappable arms, or hands, however you want to look at it, and you pop these in, you just pop the hands out, like any of their other recent Marvel Legends, that, let me just do this off camera, sorry guys, that have interchangeable hands. They just pop out. As you can see, it's a little tight, but you can do it. Just be careful. You know, if you prefer to heat it up first. This is what it looks like when it comes out. It's got a pretty small peg. The hinge on that wrist feels like it's really loose now. I don't know if it was before. Just pulling out both of them over here. Alright, so those two hands that I just pulled out are like grabby hands. He doesn't come with anything to hold, but I guess I don't know if he uses guns or something in the comics, and or anything, or you want him to hold, you know, I don't know, anything. But you could use those hands to do that. And then the ones on these bendy arms are just fists. Now, you can also pop these out and swap in the grabby hands into the extendable arms if you want. I'm not going to. I tried. It didn't come out easy enough, so I give up. But these bendy arms just pop right on in here. Pop, pop, and there we have it. So now, oops, Machine Man has these really cool, like, bendy, extended arms. So, you can see, I don't know, his ankle keeps twisting for some bizarre reason. So there you go. Like I said, saying bendy, they do bend, so you can see that, like, you can kind of make him go, he's a little loose, and it seems, in a few places. Don't mind me, I'm sorry, I'm trying to just get him to cooperate. But, yes, so you can see that that bends a bit there. It's not, like, a super flexible bending. You can't, like, I wouldn't say that you can get him into, like, well, I guess a little bit. Like, you couldn't get him into, like, a straight-up, like, S. You can kind of curve it a little bit. But it's kind of stiff, so you can't get it, like I said, like, super bent all the way around and stuff. But, like, you could bend this back, and then, and it's kind of loose in the wrist, too. I need to get some of that floor polish and try that out and see how that works for cleaning, tightening up joints. But yeah, these are really cool accessories. I honestly don't really know if what I'm doing with this figure. Like, I bought the case for this wave because I wanted almost every single figure in it, and it was easier to buy that way. And so, and I ended up getting a decent deal on it that way too. I bought it from the Hasbro toy shop for like 20% off or something, and it was a good sale. So anyway, but the fact is that I don't know if I'm going to keep this figure, or if, like, I mean, I don't know if he's, like, part of any particular teams, or who he, like I said, I really am familiar with him, but if I keep him, he's definitely keeping these arms on. Like, they're so cool. They're way cooler looking than just like a random fist. This makes him look less like just another Bucky Cap figure and really cool. So, yeah, I like him a lot. I've seen quite a few people doing customs since he came out and making like leg inserts for his legs to have robot-y things too. That looks so cool. So yeah, if you're handy, I think that's a really cool way to spice this guy up even more. So I'll go through articulation. His, like, you know, like I said, Bucky Cap, so it's easy. Head goes all the way down, all the way back. We'll go around. You got some jive turkeys, as OTC will say. Arms will go, you know, up and down and around and blah, blah, blah. And he's got a bicep swivel and double jointed elbow. He's got a twist at the wrist. This would be a wrist. And then he's got another twist at this wrist. And he bends at the bendies. He has an ab crunch that goes about that far forward, that far back. He's got a twist at the waist, and the belt just can shift like up and down, so you can kind of stick it over or under when you swivel. The legs will go out about that far. They'll go forward all the way and back a little bit, and then like kind of out to the side there. Got a cut above, at that upper thigh. A double knee. A boot swivel right above that silver. And then he's got the ankle pivot that goes forward and back and to the side and breaks his ankle. So, yes. Another standard Buck body type, but looks really cool, you know, with these accessories on there, and the purple swirly plastic looks so cool. So, you know, if you're a fan of this character, this is obviously, like, I'm sure you probably already have this figure. If you're a completist, you know, same thing. I would not skip this guy. If he's in some kind of team that I'm unaware of, and you're thinking, maybe I should get him, maybe I shouldn't, just get him, because I like him. I think he's really cool. And if you can win over someone who has no idea who he is, then I guess he's pretty cool. So, yes, this has been my review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series All-Father Wave Machine Man. Stay tuned, and this wave will keep on coming. Thanks, guys.